Now let's talk about what the range looks like and range dynamics. The typical archery range, or the one we shoot at anyway, looks something like this. In the range, there are targets at the far end, bows and bow stands at the close end, and then near the close end there is a shooting line. Sometimes in some ranges, especially at competitions, there is a waiting line also, about 5 feet back from the shooting line. All the bows and equipment are behind that waiting line. At the range we shoot at for beginners, we only have a shooting line, but the waiting line does exist in bigger ranges. We do not pass over or walk over or step over in any way the shooting line while arrows are being fired. In fact, the best thing that we do when we come up to the shooting line with our bows ready to go is straddle it. We straddle it so we can't have issues where one foot's on the back and one foot's on the front and we are not quite sure where to go. Everybody is in exactly the same position when you're straddling it. That's why we do that. When you all come up with your bows to shoot on the shooting line, you'll draw your arrows out and fire all of them or as many as you need to. And once you run out, take your bow, step off of the shooting line, and put it back on the rack behind you. Then wait until everybody else is done. Once everybody else is done, you will hear someone say clear. In a competition, you will hear a whistle give you all of these cues. We do not use whistles because it's a small range, but be prepared for that at bigger ones. Once clear has been called or the whistle has been sounded, you may walk across the shooting line and go up to the targets and safely retrieve your arrows as we talked about before. We encourage you to keep your safety gear on while you're doing this, although you can take it off if you remember to put it back on when you get back across the shooting line. Once you have finished pulling out all your arrows, you can walk back across the shooting line to the waiting area where all the bows and equipment are. Wait there until everybody else has finished retrieving their arrows and come back across the line as well. Once that's been done, someone will say clear again, or you'll hear a whistle, and shooting may again commence. In bigger competitions that we might attend as a group, the whistle is used to either alternate shooters or to tell you when it's okay to step up to the shooting line. That's a little more complex and we'll get to that later, but I wanted to make you aware it exists. At Cornell Archery practices, we typically just say clear when it's time to go across the line and clear when it's time to be back over, and the range is clear of people so you can shoot again. There are also several places you can go to get more information if you want about the rules of archery, equipment you can buy and use, and just some more tips on how to shoot at competitions in general. You can go to the website for the National Archery Association. The FIDA rules are also online. FIDA stands for French International Tournament of Archery. And if you want to check out a little bit more about equipment and types of stuff you can buy to augment your bow and safety gear, you can go to lancasterarchery.com. They have a lot of equipment, gear, and targets and various other accessories to make shooting fun. Thanks so much for coming to Cornell to learn how to do archery, and I hope we have a wonderful day today at the range. Let's go shoot some arrows.